man came knocking on Ollie's door. He said, hi, do you have an appointment? I said, no, sorry, I just came directly here. Is that all right? I said, yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. What can I do for you? He's like, well, I need your help. This sounds silly, but I think that there's a bunny stalking me. I said, a bunny stalking you? I said, yeah, I know it sounds crazy, and it shouldn't be threatened by a bunny, but it's just like always there. I mean, not always, but way more than would be normal, and it just stares. So much of the time, it just stares at me. It's not like running around doing bunny things. It's just staring. I said, huh, okay. Where are you seeing this bunny? So mostly it's at my house, but I've seen it at other places too. Like I went over to a party at my neighbor's house, like a block up the street, and the bunny, I looked out, and the bunny was there, watching me. I said, are you sure it's the same bunny? Maybe you just have like a lot of bunnies in the neighborhood. He's like, no, I'm sure. I'm sure of it. I thought that too. I got some pictures. I've been looking at this bunny, and like I've seen other bunnies. Not very many in the neighborhood, but I've seen a few other bunnies. But this one, it's weird. It's definitely the same bunny. And once or twice I've even been outside of the neighborhood, and the bunnies showed up, just staring at me. I said, well, that is creepy. Maybe we should meet at your house. See if we can see this bunny. I said, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Well, we can go there now if it's a good time for you, or we can make an appointment. I said, let's make an appointment. Can we do it? I mean, I've got 3 o'clock on free today. Could we meet at your house at 3? I said, yeah, sure. Let me give you the address. I said, all right, and you've seen my rate sheet. I said, yeah, that all seems fine. Yeah, I'll pay the standard rates. It's all good. I need your expertise. This bunny thing's freaking me out. So, a little bit before 3, Ollie headed over to the address. It was up in kind of a neighborhood called Hamilton. There's a little more, the lawns are bigger. There's some more woodsy parts, but it's still inside the city. And Ollie came up to the address, and he knocked on the door. And then there was his client. I said, oh, yeah, okay. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. I said, sure. So is the bunny somewhere here now? He said, yeah, I mean, it's just out back. We can go see if it's still there. So they walked through the house, walked out the back door, came out to the deck, which is right at the back of the kitchen door. And the guy pointed, I said, there, it's right there. And I looked, and there was indeed a bunny. Kind of standing in the yard, there was a shed, and the bunny was off to one side of the shed, and it was indeed just sitting there, staring, ears straight up, staring. I said, how long does it sit there like that? I said, a long time. I mean, I usually just leave, and then sometimes when I come back out, it's not here anymore, but I've tried to sit in there staring back, and it'll stay as long as I stay. I said, that's very unusual behavior for a bunny. Have you tried, going up to it? I said, no, man, I'm freaked out. I said, do you mind if I try? I guess it's fine if you want to. I mean, it seems like something weird's going on, but if you want to just walk right up to it, I guess that's fine. I said, all right, I'm going to give that a try. And I went down the stairs to the deck, came around, started walking toward the bunny. And at first, the bunny didn't react at all. But it was only got to be about halfway between the house and the bunny. The bunny turned and looked at Ollie. And that made Ollie pause. It wasn't like doing anything threatening. But now I was looking at Ollie. I'd look at Ollie and look back at the guy. Look at Ollie and look back at the guy. And Ollie decided to keep walking, and he got closer. He got closer. He got closer. And when he was about a meter, just about similar to 3 feet. Then the bunny turned and ran, darted away. And I decided to give chase. He ran after the bunny, but the bunny was very fast. It bounded off to the end of the yard and turned left into some bushes. By the time Ollie got there, it was gone. He says, "Wow, you chased it off, but I feel like it's going to be back." I says, "I think you're probably right. Maybe I should just wait around a little bit longer and we'll see. Is there one spot that it usually hangs out?" He said, "Yeah, I mean, it sits there a lot, for sure. But it goes to different places. Sometimes it'll be out front. Sometimes it'll be in the side yard. Sometimes it'll be in the neighbor's yard. Once or twice it's even been up on the deck, and that freaks me out a lot when it does that." I said, "So, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to climb up on the shed roof and wait. And we'll see what we see." I said, okay. So the guy went back inside, and Ollie got up on the roof. And he sent a text message to the guy. He said, "Actually, probably better if you stayed outside. Because if the bunny comes out in the front, I won't see it. But if it comes out here, let me make some observations. So can you bring a book out and just read on your back porch or whatever?" And the guy said, "Sure." So he came out a minute later with a beer and a folding chair and a book and sat down and read. He said, "So you think this is gonna?" And I said, No. I don't want you to know I'm here." He said, "Oh, right, of course." So they waited, and they waited a while. And they waited a while. Nothing happened. Then all of a sudden, the guy sat bolt upright. He looked over in the neighbor's yard. Ollie followed his gaze, and there was the bunny again. Just like before, sitting stock still, ears straight up, staring at the guy. The guy tried to play it cool, but it was unnerving. Bunny stalker. Ollie had been hoping he would come out where it had run away, so that he could see how it came out, but to no avail. So watching the bunny, Ollie said, "Are you willing to go over that way to it?" He said, "I guess. I mean, it ran away from you, so it'll probably run away from me too, right?" I said, "Yeah, I think so." So he got up and he put his book down. He brought his beer, and he walked down the stairs toward the fence line. He got to the fence, and the bunny was still staring. The bunny was about 3 meters off the fence. I said, "I'm going to go over the fence. I know my neighbor won't mind." I said, "All right, be safe." I climbed over the fence. And when I did that, the bunny moved a little bit and backed up on its haunches and twitched its ears. And the guy got closer, slowly, walking slowly toward it. When it got about 1 meter away, it turned and ran. And all I noticed that the run looked weird. It was very, very rhythmic. More so than usual. But it was still fast. And I saw that it darted into some bushes, but couldn't see where it had gone. So I had to think of a plan. I had to think of something. Having the guy act as bait kind of worked. But now the bunny would have seen him on the roof twice. So he thought and he thought and he thought, how can I figure out the deal with this bunny? How can I capture this bunny? He didn't want to hurt the bunny necessarily, but he did want to capture it. So he said, all right, I think we're going to pick this up again tomorrow because I need to get some tools. I said, okay, all right, so we'll see you. When do you want to come tomorrow? I'm off tomorrow. I said, I'll come at 11 a.m. I said, cool. So Ollie left, and he called a friend of his that was in military surplus. He had access to and weapons and stuff. I said, hey, Biff, I need a net gun and some other like trapping stuff. Do you have that? He said, oh yeah, man, a net gun. Yeah, I got that. With the weighted net, right? I said, yeah, exactly, yeah. I said, yeah, I've got that. What else do I have for trapping? I've got a little kit to help you build a trap, like a fake trap door. Like a fall pit, I guess is what I mean. I said, oh, that could be good. Yeah, let me get one of those. So I got these tools and he came back at 11 a.m. the next day. He knocked on the door and the guy was like, oh, good, you're here. I said, have you seen the bunny? I said, oh yeah, the bunny's been here. Last I saw, he was out front. I said, all right. I want you... Is he out front now? I didn't see him. He said, let me look. Oh, yep, no, there he is. Yep, he's in the front yard right now. All right, what I need you to do is go out on your front porch where the bunny can see you and just do whatever. But I need to do something in the backyard. I need the bunny not to see. So we went in the backyard. He dug a big hole in the guy's yard where the bunny had sat the first time. It was a deep hole. And over it he put this netting. It was spiked into the ground but with light spikes. And over that he put the grass again. The idea is the bunny goes there, it'll fall into the hole and get trapped. And Ollie got up on the roof at the net gun, over in a position where he could see and shoot the net gun at, if the bunny was in the neighbor yard, they could also turn around and get to the guy's yard. And he sent a text message to the guy. I said, all right, come around back and make it really obvious that's where you're going. Like maybe go around the side of the house. I got a text message back saying, okay. So the guy walked around the side of the house, opened the gate between the front yard and the backyard, closed it again, and came up onto the porch. The chair was still there, so he popped inside and grabbed a book. He sat down with a glass of lemonade and read his book. After a few minutes, Ollie saw what he was hoping to see. The bunny came hopping out of the bush that it had run into the other day. And it hopped and it hopped and it hopped and it landed. It jumped to the spot where it had sat the other day. And it went into the pit. And as soon as it did, Ollie jumped over and he fired the net over the top of the pit. And he jumped on top of it too. And the bunny was in there and the bunny was hopping, trying to get out. Hop, 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 hop. And one of the times, Ollie was trying to hold the net down and the bunny banged into him. And it was like being hit with a hammer. So this is no normal bunny, Ollie said. And so Ollie sat there. The bunny hopped and hopped and hopped and hopped and hopped and hopped and tried to escape, but it couldn't get out. And when Ollie listened very carefully, he could almost hear little hissing noises and little grunting noises. It didn't quite sound like a bunny. After a while, after like an hour of the bunny trying to escape and failing, the bunny's jumps got weak, and slowed, and stopped. And the bunny sat still. I waved the guy over. I was like, all right, I'm going to go down there, see if I can figure out about this bunny. You keep the net on it. So if it tries to escape, you got it in the net. I said, okay, this is all pretty weird, but okay, you're going to go down there. You sure you want to do that? I said, yeah, I think I've got something figured out here. So Ollie slipped down into the net and went down into the hole. He got down to the bunny, and he was a little worried that the bunny might, try to bite him or something, but the bunny didn't move. Ollie got closer, reached out, and even tapped the bunny on the head, and the bunny didn't move. Eyes were open, but it didn't move. I tapped a little harder. Then he reached back and tapped the body. And where there should have been a soft bunny body, there was a hard plastic clunk. He tapped all over. Quickly realized that his hunch was true. This was no normal bunny. This was a robot bunny. So he grabbed it, and he lifted it. He said, keep the net around it. We're going to bring it inside. I said, is it going to try and escape? He said, no. It's a robot. I think it's out of batteries. I said, no, a robot bunny. I think so. So they brought it inside and didn't try to move. Ollie tilted it over, and there on the bottom was a little hatch he could see. He opened up the hatch. And there inside was a big laptop-style battery. So Ollie pulled that out. He started investigating it. He started investigating it and poking at it and trying to figure it out, trying to figure out how to open it up more. And as they were looking at it and investigating it, maybe half an hour into it, there's a knock and a bang, 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 bang on the door. I said, well, what was that? I said, I don't know. That was weird. I guess I'll answer it. And he went and he opened the door. And there in the door were 3 men in suits, and one of them was holding a badge. It said, Mike Vitalgio? I said, yeah, I'm Mike. Mike Vitalgio, I'm Officer Stinson. This is Officer Gents, and this is Officer Michaels. We're with the FBI. I said, oh, what can I do for you, officers? Special agents, actually. I said, oh, sure, sure. What can I do for you? You are in possession of U.S. government property. Our bunny surveillance unit. I said, the bunny is an FBI surveillance drone? That's right. That's right. And we need it back. I said, but why is the bunny watching me? Well, to be honest, sir, we thought you were somebody you're not. We've been testing the bunny. You were a low-value target. We thought you were a criminal, but not a very dangerous one, so we were testing the bunny on you. But I could see that it aroused too much suspicion. I said, me? Am I in trouble? What did I do? I said, you didn't do much. You had some minor tax fraud things with your contracting business where you didn't pay all of your taxes. It was enough for us to get a warrant. But we apologize. We don't really care about your tax dodging. We just wanted to test the bunny. So let me get this straight. You found some minor tax mistake that I made. You used that to get a warrant to surveil me. Also, you could test your robot bunny. So that's right. And here's the thing. You can't tell anybody about the bunny. I say, what? What do you mean? So you can't tell anybody about the bunny, the robot bunny test. You can't tell anybody. If you do tell anybody, we're going to come and arrest you for that minor tax crime. I said, what? That's extortion. I said, no, it's not. It's not extortion. We're making a deal. Does that deal work for you? You don't get arrested? We get our bunny back, you stay quiet? I said, I guess. Seems mean. I said, maybe so. But I appreciate your cooperation. Now, we're going to come take that bunny. They came inside. They picked up the bunny and the battery and walked out. I said, good day, sir. Probably you want to be hearing from us again, as long as you stay quiet. And the agents left, and then he went in, or the guy went in, rather, back to the kitchen. He said, I can't believe it. The feds were spying on me with a bunny. Ollie, where'd you go? Ollie came down from up the cabinet. Said, I figured it would be better if I wasn't here. So, well, now you know. There's a spy bunny, a robot spy bunny. I said, that's pretty weird, but at least I'm not in trouble. But I can't tell anybody this crazy thing. I said, yeah, you can't tell anybody, but they didn't say I couldn't. I said, oh, man, but if you do, they're going to come after me. You know that, right? I said, yeah, I know. All right. I'll keep it quiet, too. But I'm glad we solved your bunny problem. I guess you better figure out whatever your tax problem is. I said, yeah, I guess so. Jeez. Well, thank you, Ollie. I said, hey, no problem. And that was the case of the bunny.